The voicemail came in at 3:17 a.m., but the police had already declared him missing. Black Ridge, Colorado sits high enough that winter doesn't just visit. It settles in and stays. Population 612, one grocery store, one gas station, one sheriff's office with 3 deputies, and one mountain pass that locals avoid after dark. On January 19, 2024, 34-year-old Mark Ellison drove through that pass during a snow advisory. He never made it home. But at 3:17 a.m., his wife received a voicemail. And what was recorded on it is the reason people in Black Ridge still refuse to drive that road alone in winter. Mark wasn't reckless. He worked HVAC repair across 3 counties. The guy people called when their furnace died in sub-zero temperatures. That night, he'd just finished a late emergency repair at a ranch outside town. His last confirmed sighting was at 9:42 p.m., caught on a security camera at the only gas station in Black Ridge. He looked tired, cold, normal. He bought coffee, texted his wife, "Heading home. Roads aren't great, but I'll take it slow." The snow had already started falling. There's a sign before Black Ridge Pass. Winter travel not advised after 10 p.m. Locals know why the wind shifts strangely there. Snow drifts across the road faster than plows can clear it. Visibility drops without warning. But Mark had driven it hundreds of times. At 10:08 p.m., his truck passed the last highway camera before the climb. After that, nothing. His wife, Jenna, called at 11:30 p.m. No answer. Midnight, no answer. By 1:15 a.m., she was pacing the living room. At 2:04 a.m., she called the sheriff's office. Deputy Collins said, "It's probably the weather. We'll check the pass at first light." At 3:17 a.m., Jenna's phone buzzed. Voicemail from Mark. The recording begins with static, wind, heavy wind. Mark's breathing, uneven. "Jenna, I don't think I'm alone out here." Silence. "I slid off near mile marker 12. I tried to call earlier, but there's no signal." A pause. "It's weird. There's headlights behind me, but I don't see a vehicle." Wind intensifies. "I'm gonna step out and flag them down." The truck door opens, crunching snow. Then Mark stops walking. "They're not moving." Long pause. "They're just sitting there." The voicemail cuts mid-sentence. Search teams reached mile marker 12 at 7:40 a.m. They found Mark's truck partially drifted over, engine off, keys still inside, driver door open. No footprints leading away, except one, a single trail of footprints leading into the trees. Deputy Collins later stated something that never made it into the official report. "There were 2 sets of tire tracks behind his truck," he said, "but there was no second vehicle. The snow was fresh, unbroken, no sign of anyone driving away." Mark's prints led about 40 yards into the forest. Then they stopped. No signs of falling, no drag marks, no blood, just stopped, as if he stepped onto something solid and was lifted. Search dogs circled the area repeatedly, confused. One handler said the dogs wouldn't go farther. They whimpered, pulled back. Black Ridge has an old story. Drivers in winter sometimes report headlights appearing behind them. Lights that don't belong to any car. They follow, never pass. If you pull over, they stop. If you get out, the lights remain. But there's no engine sound, no vehicle, just light in the snow. Most locals dismiss it as glare, reflection, snow distortion, until Mark's voicemail. Forensics pulled additional audio from Mark's phone. An incomplete recording saved seconds after the voicemail. It wasn't meant to be sent. It captured only 19 seconds. Wind, footsteps, Mark whispering, "There's no car, there's just..." The audio distorts violently. Then something crunches in the snow beside him. Not wind, not branches, heavy, deliberate. The recording ends with Mark inhaling sharply, then nothing. Official cause, winter accident, disorientation, hypothermia, likely wandered into forest. But they never found a body. Not that winter, not the next, not ever. What the deputies won't say. Deputy Collins quit 6 months later. Before leaving, he told a coworker, "I drove that pass alone one night after the search ended around 1 a.m. I saw headlights in my rear view. I pulled over. They stopped. I stepped out. They weren't headlights. They were just there." It's been 2 winters. Drivers still report lights behind them on Black Ridge Pass. One trucker claimed his radio turned to static as the lights followed him. A woman said her rear view mirror showed headlights, but when she turned around, the road was empty. And sometimes during heavy snowfall, the sheriff's office gets late-night calls. People whispering, breathing hard, saying, "I think someone's behind me." Then silence. 1 year later. January 19, 2025. Same storm pattern, same wind advisory, same mile marker. At 11:58 p.m., the sheriff's office received a call from a college student driving back to Denver. Her voice was shaking. "There's a truck behind me with its brights on. It's been following me for 10 minutes. Dispatch asked for details. "I don't hear an engine," she whispered. "It's just light." The call dropped. Search teams found her car the next morning. Driver door open. Keys still in ignition. No footprints, no tire tracks behind her. Only one set of prints leading into the trees. They stopped after 30 yards. When Jenna heard about the second disappearance, something shifted inside her. Grief turned into obsession. "I don't think he wandered," she told Deputy Collins' replacement. "I think something made him get out." The sheriff warned her not to go back to Black Ridge Pass. She went anyway, on the anniversary of Mark's disappearance, alone. The sky was iron gray. Snow had already begun to fall in fine, drifting sheets. Jenna drove slowly, hands tight on the wheel. Mile marker 8, mile marker 9, mile marker 10. Her heart began pounding before she even reached 12. At mile marker 11, her phone flickered. No notification, just a brief flash of static across the screen. Then it went black for 3 seconds. At mile marker 12, she saw them. Headlights in her rear view mirror, bright, perfectly centered, so too steady. She glanced in the side mirror. Nothing. Back to the rear view, still there. Her breath shortened. There was no engine sound behind her, no crunch of tires, just light reflecting through blowing snow. She slowed. The lights slowed. She pulled to the shoulder. The lights stopped. Her entire body went cold. Jenna told herself she wouldn't repeat Mark's mistake, but she needed to know. She opened the driver's door slowly. The cold hit like a wall. Snow blew sideways across the road. She turned toward the vehicle. There was nothing there. No truck, no SUV, no engine noise. Just 2 orbs of white light hovering in the snowfall about 20 feet behind her car. Not attached to anything, just suspended, watching. She froze. The wind howled. Then she heard it crunch. Behind her. Not in front where the lights were. Behind her. Another crunch. Slow, deliberate, matching her breathing. She turned slowly. Nothing but trees. But the sound continued. Crunch, crunch, parallel to her, walking beside her. Her car radio turned on by itself. Static blasted through the speakers. Then a voice broke through, distorted, distant. "Jenna!" It was Mark's voice, not a recording, not the voicemail. This was clearer. "Don't turn around." Her entire body locked in fear. The crunching footsteps stopped. Silence swallowed the pass. A difference in the snow. Jenna looked down. Her footprints led from the car to where she stood. Beside them, another set. Fresh, deep, longer stride than hers. They had not been there moments before. The second set moved when she moved, stopped when she stopped. But when she froze completely, they took one more step, closer. She understood then. The lights weren't vehicles, they were bait. They waited for drivers to step out, to isolate themselves, to walk into the snow. Mark hadn't wandered. He had responded. He had tried to flag something down, and something answered. Jenna slowly backed toward her car. The lights flickered. The second set of footprints advanced one step. Crunch. She resisted the urge to run. Every instinct screamed at her to sprint, but Mark hadn't run. He had walked, calmly. She reached the door handle. Her phone buzzed, a new voicemail. From Mark's number, live. The timestamp read 3:17 a.m., but it was only 12:42 a.m. She didn't answer. The headlights surged brighter. The crunching came faster. She threw herself into the driver's seat and slammed the door. She started the engine. The headlights behind her blinked out. The radio cut to silence. The second set of footprints stopped at her door. She drove, didn't look back, didn't slow down, didn't stop until she crossed mile marker 5. Only then did she glance into her rearview mirror. Empty road, snow falling gently, no lights, no shapes, no footprints. What she found later, when Jenna checked her voicemail at home, her hands trembled. There was a message from Mark's number. Duration, 11 seconds. She pressed play. Wind, breathing. Then Mark's voice, close, calm, almost resigned. It follows the light. Then a second voice layered beneath his, not human, not mechanical. Low, whispering something she couldn't understand. The voicemail ended. Jenna took the recording to the sheriff's office. They examined it. No traceable origin, no signal record. Mark's number had been deactivated for a year. The official explanation? Stress-induced hallucination, grief-related auditory projection phone glitch. But the deputy reviewing the file noticed something odd. The metadata showed the voicemail originated from a location ping at mile marker 12 at 3:17 a.m. 1 year after Mark disappeared. Since then, 3 more drivers have reported lights following them on Black Ridge Pass during heavy snow. 2 pulled over. 1 never returned. The sheriff's department quietly added a new winter sign before mile marker 10. Do not stop for unidentified vehicles in whiteout conditions. Locals know what that really means. If you drive Black Ridge Pass during a snowstorm and glance into your rearview mirror, you might see headlights. They won't pass you, they won't honk, they won't flash. They will simply follow, waiting for you to pull over. And if you step out, you won't hear an engine, you won't see a driver.